All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Slightly Nocturnal Show. I'm Doc Holliday. I'm joined by Bo Machado. Today is 12/15/16, December 15th of 2016. And we do not have our guest on tonight. He had to cancel last minute on us, so we'll try again later on, hopefully. What's going on, man?
The Chronic turned 24 today.
And you are sick as fuck.
I am, yeah. I took the day off of work, so shh. Nobody tell anybody.
Oh, man.
So, in fact, we're a little late getting started. I had to put a lot of makeup on just to be able to be on.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show, man, and being sick and all. Being
Yeah,
a
it's good to
champ for us. Alright, so I guess because of the late notice with our other guy who's supposed to come on, we're going to be a little different of a show tonight. We'll talk about some things, probably do a lot of BSing. We had our holiday Christmas party last night for Cobra Studios.
I heard you were dancing it up.
I was dancing it up big time. I am a huge MC Hammer fan. And
Yeah, there were gold hammer pants involved or something.
I did not wear any goddamn gold hammer pants. But I do have a pair. I own a pair. So, that was fun. We had a good time. Cut loose a little bit. So, I'm tired still from it.
Yeah, then you know it was too much fun if you're still tired.
That's right. So, had a good time. Next year we'll have Clark and Bo both there with us, and hopefully their families.
Hopefully I'll be rid of this version of the plague by then.
You can't be getting old and getting sick at the same time, man.
Right, I know. Last week I turned 40. This week I come down with the non-fatal illness.
With the fucking fuckets. I was on the phone today with a friend of mine that I used to work with, and he's I don't know, he's probably, how old is Steve? He's probably in his 50s. And he's getting ready to move, and he's going to go to he works for the federal government and for the Forest Service, and he's making his last career move. He's going to go to the place where he's going to end up retiring. But I was on the phone with him, and he like in the middle of the phone conversation, I hear this big commotion, and I hear him go, fuck, my fucking toes. He had fallen out of his fucking chair. And I tease him all the time about being old as fuck, so. But what were we doing the other day? We went somewhere together. Oh, so he's redoing his house. I helped him remodel his kitchen. And we went, we had to go to Home Depot for something. We just finished, we're finally done with it. The kitchen's finally done. You know, we did everything from restoring the hardwood floors. We installed cabinets, installed countertops. We redid the tile, the walls, the ceiling. It was a fucking complete job, a gut job. Looks good now. Hopefully, I'm sure it'll increase the value of his house when he goes to sell it. But he's on, I don't know, he's old as fuck, so he's on medication for something, you know, old people medication. we go to the fucking drugstore. He has to pick up something, and we're at the counter, and the lady asked him for his date of birth, and he tells her, and I was like, I told him, I was like, oh, I'm gonna embarrass the fuck out of this guy. I was like, now, don't lie to her. You know you were born fucking in 30-something. This lady behind the counter dying laughing. And I wait a couple seconds, and I look over at him, and I was like, you know, how was it when you came over on the Ninta? Did you ride on the Ninta, the Penta, or the Santa Maria when you came over here? And he's just like, God, a fucking hell. And I was like, you know, was Plymouth Rock really a cool place? Or, you know...
Well, I thought he got out west because he was on the Oregon Trail.
No shit, right? I gave him all kinds of hard. And when I used to work there, his boss was one of my supervisors, and she's an older lady too, but she's a champ. This lady, she's got to be, I don't know, close to 65. She's probably in way better shape than I am. This lady still like cross country skis and rides four wheelers and runs marathons. She's a champ. But I used to give her shit like that too. We'd be in staff meetings, and she like forget something, and I'd be like, you know, it's okay. You were around when the fucking wagons came out here. You're allowed to forget shit. You know, just embarrass that living fuck out of her. So, good times. What have you been up to this week besides being sick and turning 40?
Oh man, mostly being sick. Let's see. Also, every day we've been trying to watch Christmas movies. For I got a 7-year-old daughter, so for the kiddo. So with the wife and kiddo tonight, we were watching Jack Frost, kind of a underrated flick with Michael Keaton in it.
I
And
don't think I've
so
ever seen
at
it.
one point, oh really? You should check it out. So it's about a dad who passes away and comes back as a snowman to like have a relationship with this kid that he hadn't had when he was a musician. And so at one point, they're like escaping from these bullies after a snowball fight, and the snowman dad and the kid are on a toboggan, and they split it in half, and then they like snowboard away. You know what I mean? Like to escape these bullies. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, they couldn't do that because they'd have never been able to stay on the snowboard. So like I suspended reality and had no problem believing that dad came back as a snowman. But but as soon as they were trying to snowboard on this split in half toboggan, I was like, well, that can't fucking happen. So that was, and then I started thinking, I was like, Michael Keaton, that's one of like the underrated actors of my generation, and I started thinking about like how many movies, like growing up, I watched this guy in, like from the early to mid '80s with like Gung Ho and like Mr. Mom, to like Multiplicity and Speechless, and of course he was the first Batman of my generation.
I was gonna say
West
that was probably his biggest movie ever, right? Batman.
Oh
right?
yeah. And in fact, like so we finished watching that, and I was talking to my wife, and I was like, I don't remember why the hell he stopped being Batman. And so I went, like, I had to look it up. And so so he stopped being Batman after Batman Returns because Tim Burton had left the franchise, and Joel Schumacher was taking over, and he thought the script was terrible and too campy. So he actually turned down $15 million in like 1993 or something, which was a shit ton of money then. I'm sure one of the highest salaries any actor had been offered for a film at that time.
So he thought it was too sappy? Is that why?
Yeah, he thought. Wait, no, well, like too goofy, like.
Oh,
like
so
not
Mr. Freeze and all that shit wasn't.
Yeah,
wasn't even,
yeah, like
what the fuck?
He thought that because he battled initially the Jack Nicholson Joker, which is a good Joker until Heath Ledger. Everybody thought would have said that was one hell of a Joker, and then he battled Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, Danny DeVito's Penguin.
I thought they got really corny after that. It was like
and that's childish. Right. That was the thing. Yeah, that was right. That was his thing. He was like, the script's god awful, and so so he turned down at the time what I would view as an absurd amount of money. Although honestly, someone give me $15 million now, I'd be happy. So, to me, that's still an absurd amount of money.
I don't know who wouldn't be happy with $15,000 or
right,
$15
right.
million.
So, but yeah, like he just thought that was going to be awful, and it turned out he ended up being right in the long run. Although I did think, Kilmer and Batman Forever, which was that next movie, was okay, but the Clooney movies really ended up not being so hot. And then of course the franchise got the reboot with Chris Nolan and Christian Bale. So.
Which I will just say, I am not a big fan of those movies at all.
What?
I know. So listen to me, so I don't really like those movies. I grew up, and this is gonna sound very weird, because when I grew up watching Batman, that's the Batman that I knew was a dark motherfucker. Like, he was a very dark person, and so those new movies with Christian Bale matched that very very much. So he was very dark, and
like Frank Miller's Dark Knight graphic novel.
Yeah.
That had rebooted the comic book franchise.
Yeah. So and for me to not like those movies, it was like, I wanted to like them so much because I knew that it was like the real Batman that I knew. He was a dark motherfucker. But I watched the new Batman and Superman movie, and I really enjoyed that movie. So I really liked it. And I know a lot of people
typically the opposite. Yeah.
And I know people that didn't like. I know people that really like the new Batman franchise, didn't like the new Batman and Superman movie. So like Rocketman, he loves the Christian Bale Batman movies, but he wasn't such a big fan of the what's his name being Batman, What's his name? Ben Affleck.
Affleck?
So.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought Affleck was okay. I mean, he's supposed to be an older, crustier version.
Yeah, he said it's good, but it's not nearly as good as the Christian Bale
Although,
ones.
comic book folks know him as Daredevil, which was a failed comic book movie. And so now you're like, what's going on here? Although Ryan Reynolds got away with Green Lantern being a failed movie and playing Deadpool.
He did such a bang up job as Deadpool though. Like, I think he sealed the deal. He'll always be Deadpool to people. So.
Oh, I think so.
That was a great movie too. So.
Yeah.
Definitely not something you want to take your kids to. But,
right, a lot more adult.
Yeah. And that's how, if you go back and read how that Deadpool was like that, so.
Sure.
And I guess he got his start as Deadpool he was in one of the X-Men movies. So at
the
end,
it was what, Wolverine?
I think so. I enjoy those movies too. I think they're good movies.
It was a Wolverine movie, but I don't think it was Wolverine. I think it was the one before that. Like the Wolverine Origins movie.
It might have been.
So.
I do enjoy all the X-Men movies. I like those a lot. So.
Yeah, I love all the comic book movies. As a kid, I loved the cartoons. I never really read the comic books, but I always enjoyed the cartoons. Like my first one that I remember was like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends with Firestorm and Iceman, and then Justice League, where like the superheroes were all fighting the Legion of Doom.
Yep. I guess the comic book
Super
movies,
Friends, maybe that's what it was.
Comic book movies that I don't really enjoy, that I haven't enjoyed. Of course, the Batman movies, they were good, but I just didn't really enjoy them. And then I didn't like the Fantastic Four. The
first Fantastic Four or the second Fantastic Four?
I haven't seen the newer one. So.
Oh, okay. My daughter liked the new one.
And I did not enjoy. I was a huge Spider-Man fan, and I did not enjoy Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So.
Really? No, that was like one of the original like morph, like the comic books into big budget movies.
Yeah. Like
that and X-Men were like the kickoff of all this.
It seemed very, very cheesy to me. So.
Yeah.
But I have to think about it too. I've tried to watch them since when they came out, but I was in a very dark place I was in the military and a lot of shit was going on with me personally when they came out. But yeah, they just seem very, very cheesy to me. So I thought they could have done a better job. But I've tried to watch them since then. And I kind of still have the same opinion about it. So
yeah.
But I do like the new Spider-Man movie. It was pretty good.
The Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. The reboot.
And then there's a new reboot of the reboot because now they have the kid who was in the last Captain America movie is going to have his own Spider-Man movie. So
we'll see how that goes. I liked Ant-Man. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that's a good flick.
And I did like the Guardians of the Galaxy, but they have big shoes to fill with the second movie. I know it's coming out, but
it looks funny with the baby Groot.
Yeah, hopefully they do a good job with it. So hopefully they don't screw anything up.
That was one of the movies. That was actually the first comic book movie I took my daughter to the theater to see, and she loved it. Yeah.
I like the Hellboy movies. Those are good.
Yeah, I like those.
And I am a huge fan of. I like Blade. Wesley Snipes movies, and
Ryan Reynolds was in Blade 3 also.
Yep, he was. And let's see, what's the other one? I'm drawing a blank, but there's a new Kate Beckinsale plays a vampire. I love those movies.
Oh, Underworld.
Yes, they're fucking.
Well, who doesn't like Kate Beckinsale movies?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God, who doesn't like her? Her and Sandra Bullock. The older they get, the hotter they get. For God's sakes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new one. I like vampire movies, so I'm not a huge. I did watch the entire. What do you call it? Breaking Dawn. Is that what it's called?
Twilight,
yeah, those fucking movies. I did watch them all. I was involved. It was with my last wife. She liked them all, so I did watch them. They weren't bad movies. They weren't. No, they just weren't. They weren't geared towards me. So
no. Or anybody really of the true vampire mythos. Like vampires aren't supposed to glitter in the sun. The sun's supposed to obliterate them.
Yeah. I like True Blood. I watched that entire series.
I haven't watched that series.
That was good shit. And then there's one on Netflix. I haven't watched it. It's like from. It's a vampire show. What is it? Vampire show. Let's just Google it. Well, it's not that. Let's see. It's not Hemlock Grove, but I've heard that's a good show.
Yeah, I have that in my list to watch. I haven't watched it yet. That's a vampire show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
God, what the fuck is the name of it?
I don't know. Two of my favorite vampire movies ever are Fright Night and Vamp, like mid-'80s horror flicks. Awesome movies. Have you seen Vamp? Like, that's one of the movies, like, a lot of people don't know Vamp. Like, Grace Jones is like a stripper vampire.
I've never seen it.
It's an awesome vampire movie. But it's hard as shit to find, like, a copy of it anywhere.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, so any listeners of the show that are big movie buffs, if you have a copy of Vamp, send it to the show.
Send it to us.
I tried to find it on YouTube. Oh yeah, that's a I want to say Spike or El Rey. It's a series, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. So.
The original movie was Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's a good. I've seen one episode of it. It's a good flick. So.
Yeah.
And of course, I'd have to recommend Westworld. That's a good show. Lost is my favorite fucking show of all time.
If you can't get over that. I don't know how that's your favorite show.
If you want to be turned upside down and fucking decimated and heartbroken, that's the show for you, man. So.
Yeah, I don't want to be any of those things.
Oh man, fuck. I watch it once a year.
Don't sound good to me.
I watch it once a year. So. Breaking. That's another good show.
You know, I never watched that either. Like, everybody talks about Breaking Bad. I've never checked that show out either.
No, never seen it? Oh, we're frozen. Oh, joy. Let's see if I can fix this.
I see myself moving around still.
Oh, I know. I think what the piss? I don't know why we're frozen. It don't matter.
You're talking about Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, and then...
froze up.
Let's see if we can get it to come unfrozen here. There it is. So,
did you watch Saturday Night Live with John Cena on it?
I watched. You talking about where he did that skit about Alabama and his band?
Well,
Bananas?
the whole show.
I didn't watch the whole show. I only watched that skit.
So you should watch the whole show, which I'm only halfway through it because my daughter woke up and couldn't sleep when we were watching it. But so in the very beginning though, there's like this joke that the dude from Breaking Bad, what's his name,
Walter White.
Yes, so that Walter White is being put in charge of the DEA. So, like, you should watch the whole thing.
All right, I will.
There's some funny shit on there.
Yeah, so you've never seen Breaking Bad?
No, but I am well aware of the show.
You would love that fucking show. That's a good ass show. Let's see. And then Weeds. That's my other favorite, like, drug show. So.
Yeah, I have seen Weeds before. I like that show. Okay.
Did you watch the whole series?
No, I didn't watch the whole series.
It's pretty good. Has a good ending.
What's your favorite drug dealer movie?
Drug dealer movie?
Yeah. Somehow we ended up off this vampire series on the drug dealers.
Gotta be let's see.
Carlito's Way, is that what you're looking for?
No. I like Carlito's Way. That's a fucking fantastic movie.
It's a good movie. Pacino's also in it. And Sean Penn is like the skeezy lawyer.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Goodfellas?
No, not Goodfellas.
It's kind of a drug deal. Henry Hill.
Yeah.
Ray Liotta's awesome in that. That's a great gangster movie. That might be my favorite gangster movie.
Oh, what the fuck is the name of it?
I'll tell you my favorite drug dealer movie. It's Layer Cake.
Yeah,
that's with Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the more underrated movies
it's a fucking great movie, actually.
Yeah. So anybody that likes movies about drug dealers and like crime thrillers, check Layer Cake out. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, what the fuck? It's kind of an underrated movie.
Blow with Johnny Depp
No, it's
playing George.
It's an older movie.
He just that dude, the real Blow dude, just went back to prison.
Yeah.
Sicario.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That's my favorite one.
That's not a drug movie, really,
yes,
is it?
It is. It's all about
no.
weed.
It's not all about weed.
Yeah, it is.
It's about gambling.
It's a good fucking movie.
Oh, it's an awesome fucking movie.
If it's not that movie, I like American Gangster. That's probably my other favorite movie.
Oh, that's a good one too. On an earlier episode, earlier podcast of our thing, I told everybody how they should watch that. That was Guy Ritchie's introduction to America.
Yeah, I like all of Guy Ritchie's fucking films.
Yeah, he makes good movies. I agree.
So he makes good movies. There's a documentary on Netflix. It's probably like more of a. It's a drug documentary. It's about Miami. What the fuck? Drugs in Miami.
Cocaine Cowboys.
Yes, motherfucker. That's it.
It's good. There's two of those.
Yes.
There's like Cocaine Cowboys 2 also.
Well, and then there's a Reloaded one too.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking awesome. Yeah, those are all good movies. Probably the best. I don't know. Probably the best Guy Ritchie movie for me is Rock and Roller. Like that's probably the best one. Oh fuck yes!
I like Snatch the best.
Snatch is good too. Snatch.
Which was really like a redo. It's like a redo of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, basically.
Yeah.
But there's something about it. Like Brad Pitt is like the gypsy boxer.
Speaking of fucking shit, nobody can understand a fucking goddamn word he says.
Yeah, the Jippo.
Yep.
But yeah, like I love that flick a lot.
It's a good fucking movie. Yeah, well, Lock, Stock, and Two, like the favorite part in that movie in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is when those dudes got that weed upstairs and they're shooting those dudes in the fucking in the stairwell with a BB gun.
Yeah, they closed the cage that they never closed. Like the shit's always open, and these gangsters try to go in and rob the drug dealers.
Yep. So. I guess in that Snatch has got that is where it has the 3 black guys are in that like
they're
itty bitty car,
the van that gets backed into. Oh yeah, the car. Yeah.
The car. The dude's got that huge shotgun. Fucking car. Oh man, it's good shit.
Tyrone, isn't that the dude?
That's right.
Tyrone. Like the big guy that's the driver.
That's right, Tyrone. He's the fucking driver. And then they get the dog that fucking swallows the diamond.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big name people in that.
I know. I know.
Del Toro's in that movie.
Yeah, he's
Benicio.
like the like 4-finger Freddy or whatever the fuck it is because he lost a finger in a bad over a gambling bet.
And then somebody was asking me about a movie the other day if I liked it or not was Eyes Wide Shut. It's a Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise flick.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess to me it's a really fucked up
like
good
a trippy movie.
It's yeah. Well, it seems like
there's like the scene in Westworld was almost like a repeat of like the orgy scene from that movie.
Yeah. Well, that's what we got to talking about was when I was talking to Rocketman about it. So he was asking me about it, and so it seems like that movie Blow or not Blow. What's it? Vanilla Sky. Like that's Cruise was involved in a lot of fucking weird movies. So
I know that was when he was jumping on Oprah's couch talking about Scientology too. Just saying. And I like you, Tom. You know,
Tom
Top Gun
Cruise.
2 is supposed to come out soon, right? Come on, Maverick.
Really? Is this
hadn't you
gonna
heard
be
that?
a thing? I've heard this is like a farce.
Oh, is it a farce?
I don't know.
I thought it was real.
I don't know. I heard that it wasn't really real, but maybe
now they're not really doing it.
Top Gun's a good movie. It is. All those late
Top Gun.
'80s movies are good movies. I watched.
Yeah, my wife and I danced to "Take My Breath Away" at our wedding. That was like our wedding song.
Oh shit!
So Tom Cruise, Top Gun 2 confirmed with Jerry Bruckheimer.
Nice. It'll be a good movie then if Jerry's gonna do it.
That's what this says.
Good. That's good.
This is UK Entertainment.
Lucky Number 11. That's another good movie.
I don't know, maybe not. Tom Cruise says he's interested. We're trying to figure it out. I don't know. Guess it depends on who you talk to. Tom Cruise says they're discussing it and trying to figure it out.
Tom Hardy's got a new movie coming out that I watched the trailer for last night. It's a World War One movie. He plays a fighter pilot. It's called Dunkirk. Looks fantastic.
Oh, I saw a commercial for that. Yeah. I will say Cruise is in the new Mummy movie that's coming out. Like, and Universal's relaunching their original horror movies, I think, and that's like the first one to drop.
Yeah. You know what? I want to change my mind. Best drug thing is probably American Gangster. After I think about it. You
think? I mean, it's a good movie. Denzel's a badass dude in it.
Yeah. Peaky Blinders. That's another good show you guys need to watch. It's got with Tom Hardy's in it. He plays a crazy motherfucking Jew. So he's got the fucking curly, the curly fucking Goldilocks on the side, Pippi Longstyle.
Yeah.
He's gonna play in a movie called Fonzo, and he's gonna be Al Capone. So.
Oh, Tom Hardy is.
Yeah, and then
He's got a new series coming out on FX too.
Yeah, called Taboo. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So. Yeah, and supposedly he's going to be one of the a lead stormtrooper in the next Star Wars movie. So.
Really?
Yep.
Not the kind like Daniel Craig that got the mind game played on him by Rey, right?
No. He's supposed to be like some kind of an actual some kind of character.
Oh, okay.
And if you've seen the new Rogue One movie, or does it not come out till?
No, I think it drops
tomorrow,
tonight.
Right?
I think, yeah, like people can see it tonight for the first time, I think.
So enjoy, motherfuckers. Tell me how it is. I'll see it when it comes out on DVD. I'm not going.
You're not gonna go see it?
Fuck no, dude. I'm not. I'm a huge Star Wars nut, and this just looks like a load of shit. So.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man. Did you go see the last?
Oh yeah, I definitely went and saw it because. And I watched my fucking most absolute favorite character in Star Wars die. It was very painful.
So Han Solo?
Han Solo's my boy, man. Since I was a little kid, I don't know. I always liked.
Harrison Ford wanted that character to die like a long time ago, man.
So if you don't know this, the only way they got Harrison Ford to play in that movie was to kill him. So.
Yeah, that's right.
That he said, "Okay, I'll be in it if you kill me."
Right.
And that's what
I could be done with it.
He was wanting to. He's getting older, so.
True.
You don't see him in a lot of flicks anymore.
No, it would have been nice if they'd had him stick around. I don't know. I liked the new one. I liked all the throwback it did to the originals.
I really enjoyed the new one. They did a really good job, I thought.
So. And I'm excited about Rogue One, so I'll probably be there this weekend with my wife and the kiddo at some point.
Let me know how it is. So.
Yep. I'll spoil all that shit for you.
So last night at the Christmas party, I heard a lot of negative things about it. So that's like kind of sealed the deal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's right. You were there with all the insiders, all the people that have early access to things.
We could have saw it last night. They offered to show it to us, and I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna pass. So.
Oh, jeez.
So Stacy went and watched it. So.
Oh wow, what was her take?
She didn't like it.
No.
She said it, and she's a nerd. She's a huge Star Wars buff too, and she said it was. She told me it was garbage. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
she's like, if you're a true Star Wars fan, you will not like this movie.
I have never given up my childhood wonderment, so there are very few movies that I don't enjoy.
Well, that's what I told her. I told her when she told me that, I was like, you watch, Frank will fucking like it. So.
That's right. That's right. I got all those fucking toys from all the other ones. I'm not buying all these toys though.
So hopefully, I mean, for real, I hope you enjoy it. So.
I can't imagine I won't. And Vader's back, right? Like because it's a retro movie.
Yeah, he's in
even though it's new. So Vader's going to be there. So how could a movie that has Vader in it not be worth seeing? So.
Well, we'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
If you are watching on YouTube right now, make sure you hit that like button for us and then subscribe appreciate it so much, guys. So you can check
That's
us all
right.
out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Myself and Bo Machado both have Twitters. So, and I have an Instagram as well. And thank God that nothing got out last night. Yes, I was doing the bump in the club last night. I had a good time. You Can't Touch This is like one of my most epic favorite songs ever. So.
I was doing my best to fight off illness while I sat up because I couldn't breathe when I laid down, and my phone was getting all these tweets telling me of the bizarre things occurring.
It was I don't know. God, that was like 11:30 at night, wasn't it? When that shit started, like probably when the tweets started.
I don't know. Like it was. Well, it might have been. I think it might have been later than that. My time.
Oh, it was probably 1:00 your time.
Yeah, so I'm on the East Coast.
I'm thinking. Well, when I first started, my phone started blowing up. I looked over and Stacy was pretty 3 sheets to the wind, so she was pretty tore up. And I was like, oh fuck, I need to go take her phone away from her because she has access to all the Kill Cobra stuff. So. Especially when I saw I saw a picture of the song had just finished up, and I saw this picture of MC Hammer on my fucking Twitter feed that said something about we just saw Doc Holliday fucking tearing it up or doing the bump or something like that. I was like, oh shit. So,
that's too funny.
It's good shit. Well, let's see. We've talked about movies. What are those the best Christmas movies you've seen this year so far? Even an old one.
I don't know. The best Christmas movie. I mean, I don't know if I could say the best. I have lots of favorite Christmas movies.
Best Christmas movie ever is a Home Alone movie. Either one or two.
You think?
They're the best,
I don't know, man.
But that's probably because that's what I grew up with. Like, that's what we were
like. I like
a
Christmas Story a lot, which came out when I was a little boy. You know, You'll Shoot Your Eye Out movie?
Yeah, that's an epic good movie too. Yep.
And then I always have enjoyed Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
You know, the Griswolds.
Yeah. I just watched that the other night. That's a good movie. Squirrel!
So 1:19 a.m.
Was that when you got them?
Is when the tweets first began. I just looked it up.
So that was 11:19 where we were at. 11, yeah. We had about an hour left to go at the party. Well, that's when I left. Yeah. I left about an hour later. My date that I was with, if anybody fucking saw Stacy blowing up me about this brunette that I was cuddled up with, I like that. That's fucking good shit. So.
I know it wasn't me that he was cuddling with either.
Yeah, so she had to take off. She had some shit to do the next day, and I needed to come back to Wyoming, so that's what we did. We took off, got on our plane. Fun times. So you think what about the movie? What's Arnold Schwarzenegger did a Christmas movie?
Jingle All the Way.
That's a good movie too.
Matter of fact, do you watch Fresh Off the Boat? I know your boys with Eddie.
Yep, Eddie Wong. Yep.
So just this past episode, the Christmas episode, was set when Jingle All the Way was new in theaters and the family was going to see it.
Oh yes.
and they forget one of the brothers at home and do like a Home Alone thing with him. It's a pretty funny episode for anybody that likes
Fresh Off the Boat is a fucking fantastic show. If you have not seen it,
I'm not gonna say anything more about the episode than those things. It throws back to a couple of different Christmas themed stories.
It's a great fucking show. It's Eddie Wong's show, and he you can check it out on Hulu. I know it's over there, so.
Yep.
It's a good fucking show. Is that where you guys are watching it on Hulu?
Yeah, yep, that's what we're watching on. Yep. So we watched that tonight. We watched that, and we watched Jack Frost with Keaton in it. So that was
we
our
might as well
Christmas
talk
evening.
about Brock Lesnar real quick. So
oh yeah,
that's my boy. I want to talk about it. So he got suspended for a year and had to pay $250,000 fine.
And now Mark Hunt's lawsuit is going to start to come.
Yeah. So in light of that, Mark Hunt wants to sue. So. I don't know how I feel about that. It sounds like he has every right to do it though. So
Yeah, I feel like he should win something. I mean, minimally, the UFC, once they said it was a no decision, should have made the purse be split.
yeah, I agree. Well, I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't think they should split it. I really think if they made it a no decision based on drug failure, I think that Brock should have had to give him all the money. So
Yeah, well, they're right either way. But minimally, they should have had to split. Like, I mean, he should have got half of Brock's
winnings, yeah, at the very least, I agree. That's a shame about Brock. You know, I'll be the same way I was about John Bone Jones. You know, if you're gonna fucking do shit that's illegal, man, that should be it. So, and I don't know that Brock will come back to the UFC. You know, he hasn't made it any kind of definite answer, but you know, he's getting a little older. He's older than Jones is, so I don't know that he'll make a return.
Probably. Brock's around 40 now, right?
Yeah. So, you know, and Brock has lived a hard life. Like, you know, not that he's had like money troubles, but he is. You know, he was a professional wrestler. He played in the NFL. He's just had he's been hard on his body over the years.
Well, and he had diverticulitis, right? That's what led to his leaving the UFC the first time.
Yep. So I think that's probably it for Brock. So we salute you, sir. I love you, man. You're a fucking champ in my book every day. So.
I think you're a bad dude. I wouldn't want to see you in an alley. But I thought you were a dick after matches in the UFC.
The closest I ever got to Brock Lesnar was he's from North Dakota, and he was on his way back after a fight, and he came to Sioux Falls and got in a fight in a bar, and I was there in that bar when he got in that fight.
Oh, wow.
So, that was good shit. So, and I don't know why that dude, like, I will never forget that. That dude, like, so, you know, there's people everywhere. It's in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and this dude, he was fucking with Brock. I'm thinking, this dude just got done fucking whooping Heath, what's his name? Heath Herring? Is that his name? He just got done whooping Heath Herring's ass and rode him like a rented mule around the fucking octagon. And now you want to fucking pick a fight with him. You were a dumb motherfucker.
I don't know who would ever see Brock Lesnar and think this is the guy I should be picking a fight with.
Well, if you've never seen him in real life, like, he looks like a real life giant. You know, he's very, very fucking tall, and he's cut like a V. Does that make sense? Like, he has broad, wide shoulders, and he's got a skinny fucking waist. Like, he's just he looks like a tree. You know?
Yeah.
And he's from fucking North Dakota. Like, they grow fucking giants up there. You know how them people are. They come out of the womb tough as nails and ready for that cold, frigid weather and asking for fucking corn.
He does look like he was a Viking. You know what I mean? He looks like he's descended from like Norsemen.
All those people that live up there, like, those are all descendants of those people. That's the type of blood it takes you gotta have that blood to live up there. That's why Bo doesn't live over here no more. He ain't got that Viking blood in him.
No. There's some Native American and some other things in here, but none of it's Viking.
Me, I'm in the middle of a snowstorm here. We have a fucking snowstorm for 4 days here. Supposed to get over a foot of snow. I'm enjoying shit.
Shit was like 58 degrees here and I'm sick.
Bo might have died if he'd been here.
That's right. It might have been the end, my demise.
So, yeah, I don't know why you'd pick a fight with Brock Lesnar. Like, anywhere. I don't care, anywhere. And then you're going to let him get some liquor in him? You know?
Right. Yeah, it's just unwise.
I
mean, you have to, like, if somebody was like, Bo, we'll give you $1 million to slap Brock Lesnar. I would slap the shit out of Brock Lesnar, and then I would hope he could never catch me.
Yeah, that's what I would say. You better fucking get in a car or helicopter or something immediately and leave. Like, I don't know that I would get in the ring with him for, you know, it would take more than $1 million for me to get in the ring with Brock Lesnar. It really would, because $1 million might not fit. Much of that money might be gone after you get done getting fixed.
Well, yeah. So let's say $3 million, so that you can pay taxes and still pocket $1 million.
After you cover all your medical bills from getting DDT'd.
Yeah. Well,
Brock Lesnar.
I mean, there's still even Brock has soft spots. I mean, we wouldn't be fighting in like a ring where everything was off limits.
No, it'd be like in the street, the back of the
Right.
fucking Sioux Falls bar.
Right. I mean, I'm not ashamed to do a Mike Tyson move and bite an ear off.
Fuck no.
I mean,
I wouldn't be. I fucking kicked that dude in the dick as hard as I could and ran.
right. Right.
I did it. Give me my money, bitch. Give me my money, bitch.
That's right.
I fucking karate chop to the fucking neck and gone.
Right.
Jump up and slap that dude in the kneecap.
I know. Yeah, like you couldn't even use the sternum punch on him because his damn chest is so swelled out. You probably couldn't get to his sternum.
Have to reach up over that sword that's tattooed across that dude's belly.
Like there are a lot of moves against the average dude that you could hurt him with that on Brock Lesnar it just wouldn't work so well.
Be the fucking karate chop to the fucking nutsack and run like hell. Pay me, bitch.
That's right.
Oh
man. Yeah, fuck, that's crazy.
So what do we got? We got 10 days till Christmas. You excited, man? Got the kids all presented up?
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of only having one child. It's easy to get the stuff they want.
So she wants a bike for Christmas. She was very specific when I talked to her earlier today.
Yes, it must have these light up green wheels and a basket.
She must
on
have
the
seen
front.
that shit somewhere. She see it somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know where, but you know, the wife is more in tune with those things.
Did you guys get her that?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Well, Santa Claus will have gotten her.
Of course, Santa. Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what we're getting her. There's some other things, but not too much because, you know, kids, and we only have one, and they get stuff from so many people. You know, like we got and I don't know. You saw the storage bin. You helped me put a little bit in there, I think. But like we got a storage bin full of like stuffed animals and toys.
I helped you move into your house, and I remember in Wyoming when we unloaded that truck, there was these like black leaf bags, you know, that you pack leaves in, full. There was several of them.
There were 9 of them.
Stuffed animals. I was like, God damn. God damn. And then of course you had this couch that I swore to God would never fit in that fucking house. You had this. He lived in so Bo bought he rented a split level house over in Gillette, Wyoming, and he had this. Actually, the couch now is in my house. That I don't know how I'm gonna get back out of here. Carefully, I'm gonna have to take to get it into my house. We had to like hoist it from the ground up with ropes and take the sliding glass doors off my porch to get it in my house.
You know, every place that couch has been, when you look at it, you're like, how did the couch get in here?
Yeah, it's the same way.
It just doesn't look like it would fit.
Every time I like look at that couch now, especially like last couple weeks, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to move that couch. Like,
well, honestly, at one point I had told Amy, I was like, you know, when we have to get rid of this couch, I think I'm just gonna cut this fucker into like half with a saw. Just cut this bitch in half and just throw the motherfucker out.
But every time I sit on it, I'm thinking, yeah, this couch is coming with me. It's really fucking comfortable couch.
Yeah, she still talks about how she misses it. It's like she's lost her best friend.
Sorry, not ever getting it back. It's fucking mine. You can come sit on it anytime you want, but I ain't getting it back. I bought my kids. I did all my Christmas shopping the last 2 days. She's into Shopkins, the Minnie Mouse. So I bought. I went on to Fathead's website and got a bunch of Minnie Mouse and Shopkins and Disney Princess, you know, those Fathead stickers. So I don't think I'm not gonna let her put them up at this house. I think we're gonna wait till we move. But I got a bunch of Fathead of those to put all over her room. Bought new bedding. I don't know, a bunch of Shopkins crap. So.
And when's the move?
It's gonna be after the new year, no matter what.
After the new year? How'd the house hunting go?
I like that house. I'm ready to make an offer on it. So.
Okay.
I really liked it. It's got 27 acres. So.
Oh wow.
You know,
You'd be like my parents, man. You have like your own firing range in the backyard and shit.
telling you, man, I'm gonna build a studio out there. It's where I'm gonna die at. I'm telling. That's like literally what I saw today. I was like, I could die in that house. I'll be all right doing that. So I can see my kid living there. You know, my kid maybe having it. Hopefully she'll keep it and maybe have her kids there. So it's a cool house.
Yeah. Do you watch that show, The Ranch, on Netflix?
I do watch it. I do.
It'd be like that, right? Like Sam Elliott.
That's right.
Passing the
I don't
ranch
want to
down.
be fucking a crotchety old bastard like that guy. But you know what that dude reminds me of? That guy reminds me of my dad, my stepdad that I grew up with. Like my stepdad, like one of the things that when I was little, well, not little, when I got to be a teenager. So my stepdad, he was, he had 2 kids with my mom, and I saw him treat those kids different. I felt like it, and probably he really did, and it wasn't that he was trying, but I saw him. He was way more involved in their life. He was, I don't know. There's lots of fucking things, but I basically felt he was not really emotionally attached to me. He was a good dad, he really was, and really to this day he was my dad. He was there when I grew up. My real dad didn't have anything really to do with me till later on in my life, but he was very unemotionally attached. So he reminds me of that guy in that show where, he'll any kind of like emotion you try to show him, he's just like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I don't want to hug nobody. You try to tell him you love him, you're like, yeah, good talk. Go to bed.
Right. That's a great fucking show too.
It is.
Anybody
a good show.
that doesn't watch that and has Netflix, you guys should all watch The Ranch.
Yeah,
it's basically a Western version of that 70s show.
That's right, because both those dudes
Sam
are on
Elliott's
it.
really like Red. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sam Elliott plays. He's a good. Yeah, and it's hard for me to watch sometimes because of that. I'm like, God, it's like watching my dad on TV. He's just a hard ass. He's just a hard man, like he's just everything. If you ever think of like, he reminds me of like every embodiment of the Marlboro Man, So, and I think he was the Marlboro Man at one point, right?
Sam Elliott, I'm sure he probably.
I know
was.
he's
I'm sure
the
they used
Coors
his image.
I know he's the Coors Light spokesperson now, so he's like on all the Coors Light commercials.
He's probably the second famous mustache ever behind Tom Selleck, right?
He might be. So, but yeah, it's it's just fucking. Every time I watch this show, I watched the new season the day it came out. I'll binge watched it, and God, yeah, it's just like fuck this. Him and Rooster, man. I felt like how Rooster is like my little brother. How he's more attached to Rooster than he is to fucking Colt. So, and I relate to Colt because like I feel I had a big time scholarship to a big school, and I kind of I literally fucked it up myself and went and joined the military and did a lot of shit. I got my shit together now, but I felt like I could have done. I'd be a whole lot further on in my life if I'd have just kept my shit together. So.
Right. If you'd have just followed that plan.
Yeah, I'd probably be a lawyer right now. That's probably because that's what I wanted to do, or I'd be a retired tennis pro. So.
I don't know, man. Never know.
So.
I bet you are more content where you're at now than you would be had you followed the plan.
I would have had a lot more fucking money. That's all I know. If I had to follow the plan. So.
Maybe not, man. The plan, like that kind of plan, is like a grind, like what I've been doing in my life.
Yeah.
I
did. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a badass lawyer. I was going to be a fucking scumbag.
A lot of money into graduate school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember
lawyers.
I remember telling one of my in some of the pre-law classes I took, I was like, they ask you what you want to aspire to be. I'm like, yeah, I want to be like Johnny Cochran. I want to get people who did it off. Like that's what I want to be. I want to get paid.
I knew you liked Carlito's Way, man. You just wanted to be like Sean Penn in Carlito's Way. You were like, I just need a Carlito for a client. Just one cocaine lord.
Oh man, yeah, and that was the other thing too. Is I was profoundly involved in using cocaine. I enjoyed cocaine and the fucking things that came along with it. So
And your fucking curly red hair, just like the fucking character in that movie, dude.
I got rid of the curly red hair. I had long ass hair in fucking college. So, and I dyed it blonde, bleach blonde all the time. So, and now I think my fucking hair is fucked because of it. So, it's never been red like that again. I guess it was a little red when you first met me, right?
Yeah, you still got like what, auburn hair or whatever, chestnut.
Chicks dig that. I don't know what it is about it. Most chicks, when they see pictures of it, they're like, "God, you got to get that back." I'm like, "Yo, fuck yourself." So, yeah, the fucking college, man. It was. I don't know. I think about that. I've been thinking about that more and more lately. I like to live life with no regrets, and man, I've been regretting a couple things lately.
That's funny. Must be this time of year. Because my regrets are like the opposite. I wish sometimes I'd have never done followed the path as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. There's no way of going back now. There's no way about going back now. I'm too far along. But I do, I guess, want to, I was talking to my ex-wife the other day. And she was asking me about college and for my kid. My kid's only 2 now, but she's all worried about, we need to make sure we have a college fund for her. And I've already done that. I'm not going to tell her that. But I've given my daughter my GI Bill, so she'll be covered for no matter where the fuck she goes to school.
Sure.
So, which is nice. Like, I never used the GI Bill because I finished out my degree after the fact, or in the military using tuition assistance. So if you're in the military, make sure you know all the stuff. That was not something that they readily preached to us. So you do have that available if you are active duty in the military. You have a thing called tuition assistance, so you don't have to break into your GI Bill. So you can use that to go to school with, and that's what I did. I finished out a 4-year degree and got a master's degree with it. So the only thing is that you have to maintain a C average or you have to pay it back. So don't fuck around in school.
That's
Just
right.
Do what you need to do and pass. You can't pass up free education. Believe me, Bo Machado will tell you there's nothing more valuable than free education.
If you pass it up, you become like me and many others and are in a form of indentured servitude. To quote Jordan Peterson, a famous psychologist who was recently on Joe Rogan's show.
It is. It's like it is.
Did you watch that episode where he was talking about that?
Yeah, I agree with that too because I think
debt is I had never thought about it until
debt
then.
is just like being a fucking slave to whoever you owe that money to. So, because they can come and take you, they can ruin your fucking life over that.
Yeah,
shit.
And you can't bankrupt it. You can't do anything else with it. So
nope. So, I agree with that. It's a horrible system. So
if you can get it free, get it free.
I did read today though that there are many Democrats, to my surprise, that are open to replacing Obamacare. When I read that today, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I think that's because it was never meant to be what it became. Like, I think it got bastardized.
I think it's this horrible fucking problem that they, like, it's like the bastard, the problem child that, that basically they've kind of fucking fed, it's like a fucking monster that's grown too big and now they need to get rid of it, so.
Yeah, I'll tell you, my biggest thing is the fact that you would fine fucking people for not having it.
Yeah.
Who says that you must have insurance, but you got to pay this much to have it, and if you can't, then we're going to bill you this much because you didn't pay this much to have it.
In the communist USA, this is how we do things.
Right. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I understand.
And that shit's not cheap, like. If you're living hand to mouth and your employer's not kicking a lot towards any kind of thing, the shit they're talking about isn't that inexpensive, especially if you don't live in a state that has much of a provision of health care.
No. So I know when I worked, I'm involved in a partnership that owns a couple businesses, and I was talking to an employee the other night at the Christmas party, and he was telling me that he had to pay $1,500 fine this year because he has 2 kids and him, and in the partnership after 90 days we provide free health care, but they have to go through 90 days first. We can't. You can't be mad at us about that. You got to understand it from a business perspective. If we hire somebody and we need to make sure that they're really there to be to work other than just getting free health care and the benefits. being there 90 days or 3 months helps us solidify that fact, because we're going to spend, we take care of everything. It's free. And we give them, through that thing, we give them a $2,000 a year in an HSA, a health savings account. So basically we're giving them $2,000 plus $17,000 more dollars a year in health care, and they don't have to pay a deductible either. So that HSA is there for, and they can spend it literally on, you know, if you want to buy a new bicycle with your HSA, as long as you can get a doctor's note saying that your doctor said that this is for, you know, physical health reasons. Even the fact of just maintaining a healthy lifestyle is enough.
Yeah, you could probably use it to go to the gym.
Yep, you can use it for gym memberships, as long as you have a doctor's note saying this is to help maintain a healthy lifestyle or improve something in your life. You can use that HSA money. So, you know, and so I told him, you know, we'll be glad to pay that. I told him we'd pay the fine for him. So, if he makes it to the 90 days. So,
right.
But, you know, I understand.
There's
it's
incentive to make it 90 days.
That's right. So it's a bunch of BS that, you know, people have to pay these fines because they don't have insurance, you know. And he doesn't make enough money, like, to do that. You know, he makes a good wage where we employ him at, but, you know, it's not enough to cover, you know, his living expenses for him and his kids, plus having health care. Health care is expensive. So,
it's very expensive.
And because of what he makes, if he went on healthcare.gov, and it was going to be $700 something bucks a month was the cheapest one he could get.
Yeah,
that's more expensive than what we would pay as an employer for him and his kids. You know, it's fucking craziness.
Yeah.
So
it's nuts. So the program's not really set up to be very affordable to begin with, and then you're going to fine people for not partaking in this not really affordable healthcare.
Yep.
I mean, they'd have been better off setting up federal funding for local free clinics.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that would have made a whole lot more sense if you just didn't know how to fucking do what you were trying to do. And really, the only way to do what they wanted would be go single payer. And if they're not willing to do that, then just funding free health clinics in every county across the United States makes more fucking sense than what they're doing.
I think there's a province. I think it's being like tried right now. It's in, you know, Canada has something kind of like that. They have universal health care, and I think in one of the provinces there, I was reading about this the other day, is that the entire province is on this trial thing where no matter what you go to the doctor for, it costs you $18. Like, that's it. That's your entire, like, so it's you as a Canadian citizen. This is what you pay. So if you go to the doctor for, you know, the sniffles, or you go to the doctor because you broke your back, all you pay is a flat $18, you know. I think that's a fucking fantastic deal, you know.
Yeah.
I think more people would be prone to you know, more people would be prone to go to the doctor when they need to, if that's all they had to pay, you know. So.
Yeah. Well, I have health insurance, and I still avoid going to the doctor because I don't want I don't want to pay the overtop thing that somehow always comes. You know what I mean?
Deductible, yeah.
Well, I pay a deductible, and then it's like they bill the insurance company, and then they say, oh, well, it actually costs this much, and the insurance company only paid us $390 for this visit, so now we need another $98 from you. And it's like, well, what the fuck did I pay $300 a month? and I paid you $20 when I first came in, and the insurance company just paid you almost $400, and now I owe you another $100.
It's a racket, dude. It is. It's a racket.
Yeah, so I just, you know, will take the medicine and try to fucking work my way through things. You know, now my daughter, of course, and my wife go to the hospital because they have more of a need to sometimes, depending on what's going on. You know, the female body can be less forgiving, I guess, sometimes than the male body with things that they have to see the doctor for.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't think I've gone to the doctor, Jesus, and you know, since I had that wasn't going to the doctor, since I had to go, I went to employee health when I fell and herniated 3 discs in my back, and that was employee health.
Yeah.
I didn't even go to my own doctor then.
I went to see a specialist 2 months ago, and I just got the bill for that. So, and it's the biggest doctor bill I've ever seen in my that I've ever fucking seen. So, it's over $100,000. So,
yeah, that's a big doctor bill.
Yeah, it's fucking insane with and it's for something that, it's, I don't, it's a big deal what I had to go to the doctor for, but god damn, I don't know that it's worth, like, that immediately when I opened that up, I was like, fuck, dude, I don't know if I want to go back to the doctor. I don't need, I don't want to go broke fucking paying doctor bills. So,
Right.
So, and if it was my kid, it'd be a different deal, but it's, for me, ugh. So, anyways. All right, well,
I know, and that's my take too. Is for my wife and daughter, I have insurance and they can go. If it was just me, I mean, I spent a lot of my adult life being uninsured because I made not enough money as a social worker.
Yep.
And insurance at some of the agencies I was at was really high, like my deductibles and copay was really high. And at the time, there was no Affordable Care Act, so I didn't have to have insurance.
Yeah.
And knowing that I was seldom going to go to the doctor, insurance didn't matter to me. But for my wife and daughter now, it's something that I have to have. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it now.
Well, that's an hour, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like the show, you're watching on YouTube either live or later on, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. If you hit the dislike button, just drop a comment below and tell us what you didn't like. We'll get some constructive criticism back from you and we'll make some changes based on that. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for Kill Cobra Studios. You can follow myself and Bo, both on Twitter. Bo is at Bo Machado 1 and I am at Doc H Stream. So you can, and all that info is below in the description. So check us out there. We appreciate everybody coming out and watching us tonight. And anybody watching in the future. Tell your friends, share it with your stuff on Facebook, Twitter. Tell your folks. Something fun to listen to in the car on them nasty long drives if you got to commute. It's just, and I want everybody to have a good holiday season. We have a couple more shows before our break. So we'll be live on Monday again. The 19th. We're back live in the studio for Slightly Nocturnal. So make sure you tune in then. Bo, you got anything?
No. Hopefully I'll be over whatever this illness is that I didn't go to any doctors to cure.
Need you to get over the crud.
And you'll be well refreshed from your partying ways.
I didn't. I just want to get. We had a Christmas party and I did not drink, so I just have 2 weeks basically, and I'll make it 9 years sober. So
it's a long time for abstinence.
It is. It's been a good thing though. It's, I don't have anything against drinking, but I had something against me drinking, so it's been a good thing for me. So, anyways, we love you guys. Happy holidays. Make sure you spend time with your family and those close to you and friends.
That's right, and tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate them.
That's right. So maybe call mom or dad.